Hello everyone, Justin Patton here. So I'm super excited today. I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona at the Fairmont Scottsdale Princess, getting ready to do my last keynote presentation of the year. And I'm going to open up with this line today. And so I'm going to ask you the same question. And it's, do you really believe that if you want to reach people's hearts and play bigger in your lives and in the lives of other people, that you must be willing to get uncomfortable and move your feet? And almost everyone in the room always raises their hand and says, yes. And so today, I'm going to test them. But I want you to start thinking about, what does that really mean? That if we want to really play bigger in our lives and in the lives of other people and do the things that we really want to do that's going to impact the world, how do we get uncomfortable and truly start moving our feet? And so it got me thinking this morning about, why do we stay comfortable? And I believe that so many of us, myself included, in my past and even times now that I have to catch myself about, why do we stay comfortable? And so many times it's rooted in our fear. Fear holds us back. It's the fear of we don't really know what's going to happen, so there's risk with what if I do this and it doesn't work out? And so many times I believe we stay comfortable because we don't believe in ourselves. And it's interesting, in my life, I believe that there's been mentors that have believed in me more than I believed in myself in the moment. And they gave me a platform to go prove myself. And every time they did that, they allowed me to build my little confidence a little more and a little more. And so, I want you maybe ask yourself, who are those people in your life that believed in you when you didn't believe in yourself? And how do you do that for other people in your life? And I believe when we stay comfortable, which so many of us are, right? And I think, here are ways that we see that show up in our lives, is that people stay in jobs that they're completely not happy in. They stay, we keep toxic people in our lives when we're not growing or helping each other become better people. We stay in relationships because we're afraid to be alone. Ian Van Zandt says, honey, you can still be together and be alone. And I think as leaders, sometimes when we're comfortable, we don't have the type of conversations that we really need to have with people. And so we do them an injustice, and ourselves as well. And I believe sometimes when we're comfortable, we don't educate ourselves on topics that we're uncomfortable with or we don't really know much about. Brene Brown says that's why there's no discourse in the world today. It's either I got my beliefs and I'm right and you're wrong, and we're not going to even try to get uncomfortable and try to understand each other. So this whole idea behind staying comfortable really holds us back from playing bigger in our lives and the lives of other people. So what does it take to get uncomfortable? And I believe what it takes is it requires us to move our feet. And what I mean by that is moving your feet means taking action, and just taking some type of action and crossing boundaries that aren't comfortable. And I believe what holds us back is we're trying to get it right. And I believe that if you want to get uncomfortable and cross boundaries, you got to quit worrying about trying to get it right and just worry about what's the next right answer. And it's about trusting yourself enough to know that no matter what happens, that I trust myself to know that I can handle the risk and the rewards and the consequences that come with that. That I know that whether you lose your job or the relationship ends, that I'm going to be okay. And that I'm going to be able to come out this stronger and learn the lessons that I need to get to where I want to go. There was a line that I heard one time when I went to Oprah's The Life You Want weekend, and this soul cyclist got up there and she was motivating all of us, and she goes, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And I believe that's why so many of us stay comfortable in our lives, because we're afraid to be challenged and we don't want to get uncomfortable. But as she said, right, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And I also think about great figures in history. Anyone that's ever done anything great in life, anything great, they were willing to be uncomfortable. And we see that nowadays. What's going on in Ferguson and all the protests, for a lot of people, local government officials and citizens that are protesting. People are trying to make themselves uncomfortable to try to make a change. And how do we do that in our own lives? And I'll just give you a quick story. For me, starting my own business was really uncomfortable. And I decided to leave a company that I really loved because I knew that something was calling me to play bigger. And there were a lot of other scenarios that played into this, but I knew that I was not going to be able to do the things that I really wanted to do in my life unless I did this and took that step. But I had people that believed in me and gave me a chance and gave me a platform. But I'll never forget, you all, I'm not going to lie, I was sitting home for the first 2 or 3 weeks waiting for the phone to ring like it was just going to magically happen. And I realized in that moment that I was playing it too safe, that even though I made this step, I was being too comfortable thinking it was all just going to happen. And I had to finally say this. What's the worst thing that will happen? And for me, the worst thing that would happen starting my own business was losing my house and deciding that if I lose my house, I'll have to move in with my friends for a while, get a job back in corporate America, and pick myself back up and start my career again. And when I was willing to say, okay, I'm willing to get that uncomfortable and I'm willing to take that risk, and then I said, I'm willing to go all in. And that's when I feel like my career changed for me. But I had to be willing to get uncomfortable and accept the rewards and consequences that would come with that decision. So here we go. To wrap all this craziness up is, are you playing big enough in your life today? Are you willing to get uncomfortable, to make the impact in the lives of your own life and in the lives of other people that you really want to make? And if you really want to make that impact, starting today or starting tomorrow, what do you need to start doing differently in your life? And are you willing to get uncomfortable? And what does uncomfortable look like for you? So that's really the question to ask yourself today. Are you willing to lean into the discomfort? And what does the discomfort look like in your life to really make the change and to play bigger in your life and in the lives of other people? Hope that gives you something to think about. I'm excited. So they don't know what to expect, but in the first 90 seconds, I'm going to give these people a little something different. And so I'm going to post a video later today showing you all. Me and Pharrell and Happy Song are going to be doing something a little bit differently to get these people not just moving their hearts, but moving their feet. So hope you'll watch it later today. If no one tells you today they believe in you, please know that I believe in you. Like I said before, I've had a lot of people in my life believe in me when I didn't believe in myself, and it gave me a platform to do the things that I love. And so if you don't believe in yourself, I want you to know not only do I, but there are a bunch of other people in your life that believe in you. You just got to start believing it yourself. All right? Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.